question. The process where characteristics are transmitted from parents to the offspring is called as. So what is this process called as?
Heredity.
Heredity. Easy, right? This process of transmission of characteristics from parents to the offsprings is called as heredity. Good. Right? All right. Moving on to the next question. Yes, guys, answer this question. The phenomena where individuals of species exhibit different in the characteristics are called as adaptation, evolution, variation, all of the above or none of the above? Variation, right? Very good. All right. Okay, dash is the observable set of characteristics of an organism.
Phenotype.
Phenotypes, absolutely correct. What is a genotype? Yes, guys, what is a genotype? Yes?
Yeah.
Genotype is the genetic constitution of an organism, right? Phenotype is the characteristics which are observable. Okay, so here the question is asking about observable characteristics. So the answer will be phenotype. All right. Okay, answer this question. Everybody, please answer in the chat box.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right, send your answers in the chat box. This is an easy question. If a normal cell of human body contains 46 pairs of
23.
right, 23, right? Because we are talking about the sex cells, the gametes, right? So the gametes, they are formed as a result of meiosis. The number of the chromosomes will become half. All right, good. Next question. Okay. All right, guys, start solving. Take your time, solve this question, and then answer. Read the question very carefully.
In this concept, and we can explain.
No problem, Ayush, no problem. So you just listen to the explanation. All right. Rest, everybody, please solve and send in the chat box. Just got one answer till now. I've got 3 answers and 3 of you have given me different answers. One has given A, one has given B, another one has given C. Read the question, understand it, draw the Punnett square. Arushi and Shlok, your answers are pending. All right, Arushi has given the answer. All right. Shlok, your answer is pending. All right. Okay. So everyone, first of all, tell me if IA and IO slash IA. If this is the genotype, then what is the blood group? Yes, if this is the genotype, if either this or this is the genotype, what is the blood group of the individual? A blood group, right? Similarly, if the genotype is this, then the blood group is going to be B. If the genotype is this, then the blood group is going to be AB. And if the genotype is this, then the blood group is going to be O, right? Now in this question, what is asking? A pregnant woman has an equal chance of her baby being blood group A or blood group AB. Okay, so all of you have given me multiple answers. Let's start with option A. Okay, so option A, if I draw a Punnett square, so these will be my results, all right? These are the possibilities. In the question, it is asking that the chance of her baby being blood group A or blood group AB are equal. So in this Punnett square, can everybody see that there is an equal chance of the blood group of the baby being AB and or A? Yes?
Yes,
There is a
ma'am.
50-50% chance, no? So what will be your answer? Your answer will be A. Right now, few of you have given C as the answer also. B is also given. Let's check all the options. All right. So if I want to draw the Punnett square for option B, let's see what will be the Punnett square. IA, IB here, and IB and IO here. Okay. So see, we can clearly see here. This is AB blood group. This is going to be blood group B. Okay, this is going to be blood group A, and this is going to be blood group B again. Okay, so in the question, it is clearly given that you just have to
What
focus
is
on
in the horizontal, in the vertical one? What is
which
written under I?
this one,
Yes, that.
this is IB, this is IO, this one, no, we have taken option B.
I.
Okay, so here we have taken IA and IB, here we have taken IB and IO. All right, now why this option is eliminated in the question, it has already given us the hint that you just have to focus on blood group A and blood group AB. All right, so that's why B is not the answer. Understood? And in option C also, we are going to get the option of O blood group. So again, what we have to focus on? We have to focus on blood group A and blood group AB. So A will be the answer here. Understood, everybody?
I'm not able to understand.
Which part?
I'm like, how did you derive it from the table?
Derive it from where, Ayush?
From the table.
From the table. See, this is standard, all right? This is something that you have to remember. All right, this is how the inheritance pattern of the blood group is. Okay? O blood group, it is a recessive trait, and A and B, they are dominant. So this is how the inheritance pattern of the blood group works. All right. Now here we are simply doing permutations and combination. That's it. Punnett square, no? The way you do monohybrid and dihybrid cross, that's what we do there also, no? We make the gametes and then they fuse and then we get the genotype of the individual. So that's what we've done here also. Ayush, understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is how the blood group thing is done. See, this is standard. This is standard. This you have to remember. All right. This is standard. And remember that A and B, they're dominant and O is recessive. Okay. So both the copies of the alleles are required for the expression of O blood group. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Moving on. Okay. Moving on now, what will be the number of the chromosomes present in each gamete produced by plants if the palisade cells of a species of a plant contain 28 chromosomes? Yes, everybody answers in the chat box quickly. All right, Palak, Sanskruti, Rishikesh, Ayush, I've got your answers. Everybody, please put your answers in the chat box. Correct answer, Devanshi. Good. All right. Okay. Now, guys, tell me one thing. Why are you guys answering 56 and 28? What is the relation? Which concept are you applying here? See, what will be the number of chromosome present in each gamete? Again, we have to know the number of the chromosomes in gamete. Gametes are going to have half the number of chromosomes as compared or of that of the general body cell. Okay, so the number of the chromosomes which are given in the question, they are given of palisade cells. Where do we find palisade cells? Yes, where do we find palisade cells? All right. Okay, so palisade cells, they are general body cells of the plants only. Okay, so in palisade cells, the number of the chromosomes is given as 28. We have to find out the number of the chromosomes in gametes. We just have to half it. So 28 ka half kya hota hai? 14 hota hai, right? So 14 will be the answer, not 56, not 28. Please don't get confused in such easy questions. All right, moving on. Okay. Solve this question and put your answer in the chat box. Good, very good, Arushi. Good, Rishikesh, Palak, correct answer. Good, correct answer, Shlok. Right. Okay, a cross between a tall plant and a short plant resulted in progeny that were all tall plants, right? So again, if we, if we make a cross between these plants, capital T with small t, right? So the F1 progeny that we are going to get, it is going to have this genotype, capital T and small t, right? And in the next progeny, what kind of plants we are going to get? We are going to get all tall plants, right? Tall plants. So what is it representing? It is telling that tallness is the dominant trait. Correct. Next question. Solve the question, take your time and then answer. Devanshi, read the question carefully. यार question ढंग से पढ़ो. Right. All right. Now see, let's solve. See, first of all, very important what the question is asking. Question is asking the ratio of pure tall plants to pure short plants, right? So this is our parental generation. This is going to be our F1 generation. We are going to do selfing of this generation. And what are we going to get? Capital T, small t, capital T, small t here. Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and small t, small t. Right? Now, what the question is asking, the ratio of pure tall plants to pure short plants. Right? This. So, what will be the answer? 1:1 will be the answer. Okay. Initially, you guys answered as 3:1. I don't know why. Okay, you must not have read the question carefully, right? Please read the questions carefully. The question was asking about pure tall plants to pure short plant. This is not a pure tall plant. This is heterozygous, right? This is pure tall and this is pure short plant. All right, moving on.
Ma'am, can you explain the difference between pure and heterozygous?
Heterozygous. See, this is heterozygous. Capital T, small t. This is heterozygous tall. This is pure tall. Capital T, capital T. This is pure tall. This is homozygous condition. This is heterozygous condition.
Got it, ma'am.
Got it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Chalo. Now, theoretical questions. Give one reason why multicellular organisms require special organs for exchange of gases between their body and their environment. What is the reason for this? What are you guys going to write for this?
Due with the diffusion process, the oxygen need not be complete.
Right. You have to write down that in multicellular organisms, the entire body will not be in contact with the environment. Diffusion process is not sufficient for the exchange of the gases in their body and the environment. All right, multicellular organisms, they are more complex, so definitely they need special organs for the exchange of the gases in their body. Good. All right. Okay, see,
Ma'am,
multicellular.
what was the answer for the last one?
Which one? This question?
The last question.
This
Yes.
one. 1:1.
Multicellular.
Multicellular one. Multicellular one we are going through. Okay. So see, basically here what you have to mention is that the entire body is not in contact with the environment, no. And because the multicellular organisms are more complex, so the diffusion process, it is not sufficient for the exchange of gases. Because of this complexity, special organs are required in multicellular organisms. All right, Ayush?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See here, respiration in multicellular organisms is a highly complex process requiring different chemicals and biomolecules. Unlike unicellular organisms, diffusion is not possible and hence special organs for the exchange of the gases are required. All right, so this is what you're going to write here. Next question. State the basic difference between the process of respiration and photosynthesis. All right, who's going to answer this? Yes, guys, volunteer, guys. Only objective questions are not going to come in your exams. You all know.
Respiration is a process, whereas photosynthesis is an endothermic process.
Good, very good, very good. Okay, another point. Palak has answered 1 point. Yes, Devanshi, what is another point of difference between respiration and photosynthesis?
Ma'am, in photosynthesis, oxygen is a byproduct, whereas in respiration, oxygen is a reactant. It is used.
In photosynthesis, yes, correct. In photosynthesis, oxygen is a byproduct, and in case of respiration, oxygen is utilized. Anything else? Yes, I think Shlok was also answering something. Yes, Shlok?
Ma'am, we can say that, ma'am, respiration occurring like of animals, plants, or not animal and mammals, and photosynthesis occurring only plants.
Yes. See, but how you can frame it is that respiration, it occurs in all the types of cells. Okay, and photosynthesis, it occurs in specific cells. All right, where chlorophyll is present. Like for example, you can write in that manner. All right. So see, so very basic answer is given here. Respiration is a biochemical process that uses oxygen and releases carbon dioxide to release energy. But in photosynthesis, it is restricted to the species having chlorophyll, like we discussed. And in this process, carbon dioxide is used and oxygen is released. All right. So whenever difference is asked, you have to write your answers in tabular manner. All right, moving on. Where do plants get each raw material required for photosynthesis? This was in your exam also, the latest paper also. Yes, so Chalo, first of all, tell me what are the raw materials of photosynthesis?
Ma'am, raw material of photosynthesis.
Sunlight, carbon dioxide,
Carbon dioxide,
water,
right? Water, then,
sunlight,
right?
Sunlight.
And all right, where do we get carbon dioxide from?
uh,
In the atmosphere.
stomata.
Stomata, right? Stomata. Exchange of the gases, it occurs through stomata from the atmosphere. Right, Palak. We're getting it from the atmosphere. The plants are getting it from the atmosphere via stomata. Right, stomata is the place from where the exchange of the gases occurs in plants. Water, where do we get where do the plants get water from?
Plants get water from the soil through the roots.
Right, from the soil through the root. Sunlight,
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Where is chlorophyll present?
Sunlight from the sun.
Right, where is chlorophyll present? Yes, where is chlorophyll?
Chlorophyll present on the surface inside the cells and cells.
Yeah, chlorophyll is found inside the chloroplast, no? The cell organelle, right? Okay, so see here, plants require water, sunlight, carbon dioxide to carry out photosynthesis, and chlorophyll also. Plants get carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through stomata. The stomata helps in the gaseous exchange. Water is obtained from the soil through the roots and transported to the leaves further. All right. Okay, so this question is important. All right, moving on. What advantage does a terrestrial organism have over an aquatic organism with regard to obtaining oxygen for respiration? Yes, what is the advantage that a terrestrial organism has?
Ma'am, it does not need to extract oxygen
Terrestrial
from the dissolvent.
organism gets oxygen from the environment atmosphere, whereas aquatic organisms to obtain oxygen in the dissolved in the water. The rate of respiration will be more than that of the terrestrial organism.
Right. Okay, see, air contains about 21% of oxygen in the atmosphere, which is significantly higher than the amount of the dissolved oxygen in water. Okay, so the terrestrial organisms, they have to make less efforts to obtain oxygen than the aquatic organisms to obtain the oxygen which is dissolved in water. So this is what you're going to write in this question. All right, good, Palak. Next, name the fundamental process in which living organisms release energy within their cytoplasm. What is the name of this process?
Photolysis.
Photolysis.
Respiration.
Where does photolysis come from? Photolysis कहाँ से आ गया?
Anaerobic respiration.
Respiration, right? Respiration. Okay, a living organism releases energy. So release of the energy related to respiration process. Okay, so the process of cellular respiration involves various complex steps requiring oxygen, which results in breakdown of the food eaten to release energy. All right, next question. You have to find out the odd one out, and I want reasons. I don't want random answers. Everybody is going to put their answers in the chat box.
Ma'am, should I speak or write in chat?
Write in chat, write in chat. Everybody's answering in chat only.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in the B part.
Okay, we will discuss, don't worry. Perfect answer, Arushi. Very good. Palak, good. Rishikesh, your one answer is correct and one answer is incorrect. Shlok, read the question again carefully. Sanskruti, answer the question. Correct, Devanshi. First answer is correct. Answer the second one. Okay, we will discuss that, Palak. All right, guys. See, first answer, the first part, most of you have gotten correct. Here, the odd one out is diaphragm. All right, because trachea, bronchus, alveolus, these are all related. These structures, they are all related to lungs, and diaphragm is a separate thing. All right. So diaphragm is the best answer here. This is the odd one out. Now moving on to the B part. Epiglottis, trachea, Malpighian corpuscle, and alveoli. So here we can clearly make out that this structure is odd one out. All right. Now, Palak, clearing your doubt that what is Malpighian corpuscle? Malpighian corpuscle we find in kidney. All right. Nephron to be specific. Do you guys remember this structure?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. What is this? What is the labeling for this? What is this cup-shaped structure? Bowman's capsule, right? Bowman's capsule. And inside the Bowman's capsule, we are going to find the tuft of capillaries, right? Here we are going to find the tuft of capillaries. What is this tuft of capillaries called as?
Glomerulus.
Exactly, glomerulus. All right. So Bowman's capsule and glomerulus together, They are called as Malpighian body or Malpighian corpuscle. All right, so that's why Malpighian corpuscle is the odd one out here.
Okay, ma'am.
Understood, Palak? All right. Okay, moving on to the
Yes,
next
ma'am.
question. Okay, why are lungs divided into very small sac-like structures called as alveoli? What is the reason for this?
For increasing the surface area for the exchange of gases.
Exactly, very good, very good. There are millions of alveoli which are present in each lung. And what is the importance of that? To increase the surface area for gaseous exchange. All right. Rest. What are the features of respiratory surface? This is also a very important question from your exam point of view. There are certain specific features, no, of a respiratory surface. What are they? One is it should provide a large surface area, and what else?
Has a deep supply of blood capillaries.
Right, right. Rich in blood supply, and what else?
The surface should be moist.
The surface should be moist and it should be thin also, so that the diffusion can occur, the exchange of the gases can occur easily. Okay, so the characteristics of respiratory surface is also very important. All right, see, the alveoli are the divisions of the bronchioles. Basically, at the end of the bronchioles, we are going to find small sac-like structures, which are called as alveoli. They are supplied with blood vessels. This increases the surface area through which the gaseous exchange take place. All right. What will happen if the diaphragm of a person gets ruptured in an accident? What is going to happen?
Ma'am, that person cannot take respiration, ma'am.
Respiration or breathing?
Sorry, ma'am, breathing.
Breathing, right? Diaphragm, everybody knows the process of inhalation and exhalation, and diaphragm.
It helps in inhalation and exhalation, therefore the person will not be able to breathe and die.
The person is going to die. Right, right. What happens to the diaphragm at the time of inspiration or inhalation? It contracts or relaxes?
It contracts.
Good. At the time of inhalation, it
Relax.
contracts. Huh? Contracts or relax?
Ma'am, after that, ma'am, it will
After
relax.
that, right. Exhalation. At the time of exhalation, it is going
Contract.
to. अरे तुम लोग उल्टा उल्टा क्यों आंसर दे रहे हो? At the time of inhalation, it is going to contract. At the time of exhalation, it is going to relax. It is going to come back to its normal position, its dome-shaped
Relax.
position. All right. So now, yeah. So the diaphragm plays an important role in breathing. Damage to the diaphragm causes difficulty in breathing, and the person will get insufficient oxygen, and this is going to result in the death of the person. All right. Next question. Name the phase of the cardiac cycle in which both auricles and ventricles are relaxed simultaneously.
मायरा मेरे को दे दो मायरा उसको पढ़ने
Yes, guys, what will be the answer to this question? Have you guys heard of terms systole and diastole?
It will systole.
Yes, Devanshi, have you guys heard about systole and diastole? Have you guys
Yes,
heard about this term? So now tell me what will be the answer. The question is asking about relaxation. What will be the answer? Systole or diastole?
Diastole.
Diastole, exactly, diastole, right? Your answer will be diastole here. Okay, systole is the one when the chambers are contracting. All right, systole is for contraction, diastole is for relaxation. Nice tool will be the answer. Okay. Why is the plasma of blood straw colored? Yes, guys, what is the reason for this? Acha, tell me why the color of the blood is red.
Because of RBC cells.
Due to
Because
the
of
presence of RBC.
RBCs, right? So do we find RBCs in plasma?
No, ma'am.
No,
WBC
right?
is there in plasma.
WBCs are there in plasma.
No,
Oh.
ma'am, RBC.
Oh, oh my God. RBCs are there in plasma.
Ma'am, plasma.
What is plasma, guys? यार तुम लोग revise नहीं कर रहे हो क्या? Exams आने वाले हैं अभी. Arushi, correct answer. No. What is plasma? If I talk about the composition of blood, blood has plasma. All right. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood and it has the cells.
Plasma is the fluid in which the RBC, WBC are suspended.
Exactly. So, you know, what is plasma? Plasma is basically the liquid part of the blood without the cells, without the blood cells. RBCs, WBCs, platelets को हटा देंगे अगर blood में से. Okay, so then the liquid part that we have, that is plasma. All right, the reason why the plasma is straw colored, we can say that one of the reasons is because RBC is not present. Blood ka red color is because of the presence of RBCs, right? We are not going to find that in plasma, so it is straw colored. See, the red color of the blood is due to the presence of RBCs, erythrocytes. The hemoglobin present in RBCs imparts the red color. In absence of RBCs, the blood plasma looks straw colored. All right, next. What is translocation in plants? How do you define translocation?
Translocation is the process of translation of plant food from the leaf to all the parts of the plant.
All right, right. Okay. So transport of sugars, soluble sugars of photosynthesis through phloem is termed as translocation. All right. Transport of the sugars, transport of soluble sugars of photosynthesis through phloem is termed as translocation. All right. Name the tissue which transports soluble products of photosynthesis in plants. Yes, everybody put your answer in the chat box. What will be the answer to this question?
Phloem.
Pari, answers in the chat box. Right. Phloem. Now, Palak has anyway said the answer. The answer will be phloem. All right. Next. Name the tissue which transports water and minerals in a plant. Now, answers in the chat box, please. Good, Arushi. Correct answer. Correct answer, Devanshi. Good, Palak. Correct answer. Sanskriti. Correct answer. Right. This is an easy one. What will be the answer? Xylem. Right. Next question. All right. This we've already discussed. Okay. What is the difference between arteries and veins? Very important question. Yes. What is the difference, guys? Quickly tell me one difference between arteries and veins.
Arteries have thick walls, whereas veins thinner walls.
All right. Right. Arteries are thick-walled and veins are going to have thin walls as compared to arteries. What else?
Ma'am, if they ask a question
Arteries do
like
not
this,
have valves, whereas the valves.
Valves are absent in arteries. Valves are present in veins. Yes, Ayush, now ask your
ma'am,
doubt.
if they ask a question like this, do we need to mention the pulmonary ones also?
The pulmonary ones also. See, in this question, you can write the difference of oxygenated and deoxygenated. Arteries carry oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood, and then write down the exception. Okay? When you write arteries, and you write under that it carries oxygenated blood, then write exception pulmonary artery which carries deoxygenated blood.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we can mention this oxygenated, deoxygenated blood also. Yes, very good point, Devanshi. Arteries, they carry the blood away from the heart, and the veins, they carry the blood towards the heart. This is also a very important point of difference. See, arteries, they carry the blood away from the heart. Veins, they are carrying it towards the heart. Arteries are thick-walled. Veins are thin-walled. Arteries, they have a narrow lumen. Veins are going to have a wide lumen. Pressure is very high in arteries. That's why their walls are also elastic. And in veins, the pressure is low. Then valves, another point of difference is valves also. We are not going to find valves in arteries. And another point of difference is that arteries, they carry oxygenated blood, and veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, so this is a very important question. All right. Moving on. What is the role of glomerulus in the kidney? What does glomerulus do?
It helps in the filtering of the unpurified and remove the nitrogenous waste from it.
Right, it helps in the filtration of the blood, right? In the glomerulus, the filtration of the blood is happening, and as a result of filtration, glomerular filtrate is getting formed in the nephron, right? And the blood is getting filtered. Yes, Sanskriti, it is important to mention the exception in both. In case of arteries, you're going to mention that pulmonary artery is an exception. It carries deoxygenated blood. And in case of veins, you're going to mention that pulmonary vein is an exception and it carries oxygenated blood. Okay, so that is very important. All right. While eating, you're advised not to talk. Why so? What is the reason for this? What happens when we are talking and eating? What happens?
Ma'am, if we are talking,
If
then
we
we are not
talking
inhaling.
epiglottis, at the same time we open it, the food can go into our lungs.
Right, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Right, very good. See, the epiglottis, it prevents the food from entering the windpipe while eating. However, if we are talking, this epiglottis is going to remain open. Okay, and then the food that we have eaten, it might enter the windpipe and it is going to trigger coughing. And I'm very sure most of you have experienced this. Right, so it is always advised and that we should not talk while we are eating. All right, okay. We say that movement is characteristic of living organism, but we always don't see visible movement in the plants. Comment. What are you going to write here?
We are not able to see the movement plants because
It is not visible to the naked eye, but little molecular movements are present.
One by one. Ayush, answer. What are you answering?
Ma'am, movement is not always visible to the naked eye, but if a living plant will always have little molecular movements.
Okay, molecular movements you can mention, and anything else?
the movement are too slow. We are not.
Okay, all right. You can always
Ma'am,
talk
if we'll
about.
take it, ma'am, if we'll take it from logically, ma'am, we can see the movement only when the plant is growing, ma'am, at a very low speed. But ma'am, we can see him going, ma'am.
Yes, these growth movements, they are the tropic movements which we can see, right? A root, it grows towards the water, or a stem is going to bend towards the sunlight. All right, so these are the movements
Ma'am, it is that sometimes we
visible.
are able, sometimes we are.
Right. See, we don't always see visible movements, but there are movements happening in the plants, like we were talking about, the growth movements. They are always there. The root is going to grow towards the gravity, towards the water, and the shoot is going to grow towards the light. Okay, so these movements are happening in case of plants. All right. Next question. When we are asleep, we are not performing any activity, still our life processes are going on. Why? Yes, what is the reason for this? What are you
While
going
the
to write here?
sleeping, we are not doing an activity, but the process is like heartbeat goes continuous, therefore.
All right. Okay. See what we are going to write here. The maintenance functions of living organisms, they must go on even when they are not doing anything particular. All right. And that is why the life processes, they are going on even when we are sleeping, right? Breathing is one of the examples. Okay. So these are maintenance functions. Right. If these maintenance functions are not happening, the person will die. All right, so the maintenance functions of the living organisms, they must go on even when they are not doing anything particular. All right, guys. Last question of today's session. Due to availability of less water, how does the plant cope up with the lack of water in desert conditions? Yes.
Desert plant use perform photosynthesis at the time, but they used to take carbon dioxide at the night time, so the loss of water will be less.
Right. This is one of the adaptations, right? They do not open their stomata during daytime, right? It opens at night time. So then how does photosynthesis occur in these plants? Yes. Shlok?
Yes, ma'am.
How does photosynthesis occur in the plants which do not open their stomata during daytime? This is a very important question. Yes, Devanshi, what will be the answer?
So
What do
ma'am,
some- yeah.
they take carbon dioxide in the night and then they prepare an intermediate which is acted upon by the sunlight.
Right, exactly. Very good, very good. See, during the daytime, their stomata is closed. So what they are going to do, they are going to take up the CO2 at night. They are going to convert it into an intermediate compound, and then later on, sunlight is going to act upon it, and the process of photosynthesis is going to occur. Very important. All right, guys, please study. And this was the last question of today's session. Okay, I will see you guys in the next session, and please
Ma'am, will you
study.
share the PPT on-
Yes, I will, Ayush. I'll share the PPT. All right. Okay, guys, bye-bye. I'll see you in the next session.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.